Alec Halaby is, quite frankly, we'll get into him in a minute. I mean, if you look at him and John Ferrari now, they first time ever, Eagles have never used the assistant GM tag, and now they are, and it's ironic that they get the assistant GM tag for the first time in Eagles history. Someone got it. 4 people leave the organization, and they became assistant general managers.
Right.
I don't know how to explain that.
All right, so let's get in. That's a good segue into our next topic. Assistant general managers. The Eagles now have 2. They went from 0 to 2, which is fascinating. Right? I don't think they've ever had an AGM since I can remember. So now they've got 2, right? And one of them is John Ferrari, who we've talked about, who was previously the director of compliance and
football operations.
And one of them is Alec Halaby, who was director of football administration, I believe.
He was his last promotion was VP of football operations and strategy.
Right. I'm sorry, vice president of football operations and strategy.
Yep.
All right. So these guys are both assistant general managers, which theoretically places them kind of tied as the number 2 person in the Eagles front office under Howie Roseman. And that really jumps out at you because neither of these guys really is a model of Andy Weidel. They are not scouts. They are not guys who have spent their life poring over tape and analyzing players from a tape standpoint. They are not guys who have ever, they've not been scouts in any other organization.
They've not been involved with player personnel ever.
Right. They're not personnel people. So that is the biggest question mark that comes out. You lose Andy Weidel, who set your draft board, Howie Roseman makes all the decisions, but he is the catalyzer for all of the scouts, and he presides over the scouting department, and he himself is a scout who came up through the Ravens chain. And now you don't have someone that high ranking in that position. You have 2 guys who are not that. So what do you take from that?
Yeah, so Halaby's player personnel experience is only on analytics. Is it player evaluation? Yes, but not from a tape study, as you said. That it's important to make that distinction.
Right.
So let's start. We're going to start with Ferrari first. So I talked to a GM on Sunday who has been on calls with him. This is actually when he worked in the league office. He was literally, this guy can't say he was on every rules call, but Ferrari is a rules expert. He's tremendous value to the Eagles because of his various roles with the NFL's office when he worked for the NFL, in New York. So that's got tremendous value. Now, what I find fascinating is he was a director of football. He was previously director of football operations and compliance. He was the league's liaison. It's the best way someone said he was the NFL's liaison with the Eagles, to the league office. Like he was the guy who had the relationships, and whenever they had an issue, he would take care of it. So then the question would be, well, if he doesn't have a personnel background, why give him the AGM tag?